applehead or deer head? Most people answer that by looking at the nose, and that is exactly why they get it wrong. There is one official test that ends this argument in about 5 seconds, and almost nobody on YouTube is showing it to you. It comes straight from the breed standard. It works on any Chihuahua alive, and by the end of this video, you will look at your own dog and know exactly what you are seeing. And stick around, because one of my own 5 Chihuahuas breaks every single rule you are about to learn, and the reason why is the most important part of this whole video. Spend 5 minutes in any Chihuahua group and you will see the same fight over and over. Applehead versus deerhead. An applehead is the classic look. A round, domed skull, a short little muzzle, and big eyes set into that curve. It is the face most people picture when they hear the word Chihuahua. A deer head looks more like a tiny fawn. A longer muzzle, a flatter skull, and often longer legs to match. Elegant, a little leggy, a little wild. And then there is a third name almost nobody says out loud, but we will get to that one later because it is hiding in plain sight in my own living room. So who is actually right? Here is the part that surprised even me. The American Kennel Club writes the official standard for what a Chihuahua is supposed to be. It is the rule book every show judge uses. And here is the thing that stops most people cold. The word deer head does not appear in it, not once. Neither does pear head. The standard describes exactly one head and it calls it a well-rounded apple dome skull. One head. That is all the official standard names. So does that mean a deer head is not a real Chihuahua? Absolutely not. And this is the part I really want you to hear. Apple, deer, and pear are not different breeds. They are not even official categories. They are nicknames people invented to describe where a dog lands on a spectrum. Every single one of them is a purebred Chihuahua. The show ring simply picked its favorite point on that spectrum. Your dog does not have to. Okay? So, if the names are just nicknames, how do you actually tell what you have? This is the 5-second test I promised you, and it is the one thing those other videos leave out. And here is the first thing to throw out. Forget the length of the snout. Everyone swears a long nose means deer and a short nose means apple. But the breed standard never puts a single number on the muzzle. It does not give an inch, it does not give a ratio, nothing. The only thing it asks for is a muzzle that is moderately short. So the nose is a clue, not the answer. The real test is something else entirely. You do not look at your dog from the front. You look from the side. The whole answer is in the profile. The breed standard says that on a correct Chihuahua, when you view the head from the side, the muzzle meets the skull at a near 90-degree angle. A sharp, almost vertical step up from the nose to the forehead. That sharp step is called the stop, and the stop is the secret. An applehead has a deep, well-defined stop, that near vertical rise. It is why the forehead looks domed and the face looks short and sweet. A deer head has a shallow stop. The forehead flows up from the muzzle in a gentle slope instead of a step, which is exactly why it reads as fawn-like. So here is your homework right now. Pause the video, look at your Chihuahua from the side, and find that step between the nose and the forehead. One important tip. Make sure your dog is looking straight ahead, not up and not down. If their head is tilted down, even a perfect applehead will look like it slopes. I fooled myself on my own dog doing exactly that. Straight profile, then look. Sharp and steep is apple. Soft and sloping is deer. Somewhere in between, well, we are getting to that. Now let me show you this test on real dogs, because I happen to have 5 Chihuahuas, and every one of them lands in a different spot. This is Kodi, the shortest muzzle in the house, big round eyes, and a beautifully domed skull. Kodi looks like the Chihuahua on the greeting card, and his profile backs it up. A clean, near vertical stop. A textbook 90 degrees. Kodi is about as classic an applehead as you will ever see. Funny thing, the first time I checked him, he looked sloped, until I realized he was tilting his head down. Level his head, and there it is. Perfect apple. This is Coco, and Coco has the same perfect 90-degree stop as Kodi. But look, her muzzle is a touch longer. Same textbook apple profile, slightly longer nose, and already she looks like a different dog. That is your first clue about what is really going on here. The stop is what makes her an apple. The nose is just the nose. Coco is apple, from AKC registered parents, with a gorgeous long coat on top. This is Cali, and Cali is that third name I mentioned. A slight dome, but a longer muzzle and a softer stop. Not a full apple, not a true deer, sitting right in the middle. People call this a pear head. It is not official either, it is just the nickname for the in-between. Cali is also my biggest at 7 pounds, and we will come back to that. And this is Keto. Long muzzle, flatter skull, that gentle sloping stop, and the long legs to match. Keto is a classic deer head. And here is a myth to kill while we are here. A lot of people assume deer head means a bigger, heavier dog. It does not. Keto is only 6 pounds, right inside the breed standard. Head shape and body size are two completely separate things. He is also the dog this entire channel is named after, and I would not trade him for every show champion on earth. Which brings me to the dog I told you about at the start. This is Bodi. Bodi is Kodi's brother. Same father, different mother, born around the same time, half brothers. Now look at the two of them side by side. If you go by the nose, you would call Kodi an apple and Bodi a deer. They look like completely different dogs. But watch the stop. They are identical. Bodi has the exact same perfect 90-degree stop that Kodi has. Same textbook apple profile. The only thing different is the length of his muzzle. Bodi is not a deer head. He is a picture-perfect apple with a longer nose. Same father, two brothers, the exact same correct head, and yet one nose makes them look like different breeds. That is the whole secret nobody tells you. Head shape is not the muzzle. It is the profile. The nose fools you. The stop never lies. So does any of this actually matter for your dog's life? For the show ring, sure. For your dog on your couch, here is the honest answer. Head shape is cosmetic. It is not a health tier. A deer head is not less purebred. An apple head is not automatically healthier. The things that actually matter for a Chihuahua have almost nothing to do with the silhouette of the skull. What does matter is the soft spot on top of the skull called the molera, keeping their teeth clean because small dogs are prone to dental disease, keeping their knees checked, and keeping their weight right for their build. Remember Cali at 7 pounds? The standard sets a 6-pound ceiling, but that is a show rule, not a health verdict. Plenty of happy, healthy Chihuahuas run a little bigger and a little sturdier, and here is a fun one to sit with. My deer head, Keto, is 6 pounds. My pear head, Cali, is 7. If deer heads were really the big ones, that would be backwards. Head shape simply does not predict size. A number on a scale does not make your dog any less of a Chihuahua. So if you have been feeling like your deer head or your bigger dog is somehow less than the perfect apple head in the pictures, let that go today. Here's what I want you to walk away with. Apple, deer, and pear are just nicknames on a spectrum. The 5-second profile check tells you where your dog lands. And wherever that is, you are looking at 100% Chihuahua. I have loved every head shape that has ever walked through this house, including my Sophia, who we lost after 11 wonderful years. Not one of them was ever a type to me. They were just mine. So now it is your turn. Do the check and tell me in the comments. Is your Chihuahua apple, deer, or somewhere in the pear-shaped middle? And did the profile test surprise you? If you want the full map of every Chihuahua type, coat, color, and size, that is the video on the left, and it is the perfect next watch. Subscribe so you do not miss the rest of this series, and I will see you in the next one.